Okay guys, here is the second part to our video of adding and subtracting numbers in scientific notation. Our learning target for today is add and subtract numbers in scientific notation. Really quickly, I'm going to be using one pen to write. So for you, that would be a pencil that you're going to use to take notes. And I'm using a different color ink in order to show you the different work that you're going to have to do. So our number one, first, this is going to be our adding in scientific notation. So I'm just going to put an add here. And then here are my two numbers written in scientific notation that I am going to use. So 4.07 times 10 to the fifth power, and then 2.02 times 10 to the second power. So since we're adding, when we set up this problem, it's going to be 4.07 times 10 to the fifth power plus 2.02 times 10 to the second power. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at my two exponents, and I'm taking a look and I can see that 4.07 times 10 to the fifth power is the bigger number because the exponent that we have shown is bigger than this exponent. So 10 to the fifth power is a bigger exponent than 10 to the second power. So I'm going to take my smaller exponent and put it off to the side here. 2.02 times 10 to the second power. All right, now here's where the work's going to come in with a different color pen. I have my red here. I am doing it in a different color pen today because you guys have already done this work. So I have my 10 to the fifth power equals 10 to the second power times 10 to the what? So remember, I know to the what, that doesn't look like a what, but that kind of does. Now I know that if I see multiplication of my bases, I need to add my exponent. So what exponent do I need to add to the exponent of 2 in order to get to 5? 2. 2 plus 2 does not equal 5. 3 plus 2? Yeah, 3 plus 2 equals 5. All right, so I've got my 3 here. Now I'm going to take this information and I'm rewriting my number written in scientific notation. Bring it down. We've got 4.07 times 10 to the second power times 10 to the third power. Whoops, actually, you guys may have caught me already at this one. We want the outside exponent, the one that is the same as our exponent here, to be on the outside of the parentheses. So this is a my bad moment. Whoops, marvelous mistakes. 10 to the third power should be here, 10 to the second power should be here, because we want 10 to the second power, the same one as our, that's attached to our one in scientific notation over here. Okay, now I'm gonna start using my black ink. 4.07 times 10 to the third times 10 to the second. And this is where we left off yesterday. All right, so here's our next step. What we're gonna do is we are taking our scientific notation here and we're turning it into standard form. So in order to do that, I take a look at my exponent here. I see, okay, I need to move the decimal point over 3 decimal places in a positive direction. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know that it's 4, 0, 70. Once this has been turned into standard form, I don't need, it's no longer in scientific notation, but then, just like with, I take my multiplication here, 10 to the second power plus 2.02 times 10 to the second power. Okay, now my exponents are the same, and I can combine my like numbers. So I can combine my two numbers written in standard form, 4,070 plus 2.02. And now multiply and combine these two. So 10 to the second power. If they're two the same, we move them down here. All right. Now I need to add these two together. So 4072.02 times 10 to the second power. Okay, I added those two together, whatever was in the parentheses. And then I'm going to take my number written in scientific notation and turn it back into standard form. So I see that my exponent is a positive exponent, so that means I'm going to move my decimal place over in a positive direction 2 places. 4072.02. Ta-da! And then that's it. That's all you need to do for addition. Okay, now for subtraction, it's pretty much the same thing. Subtraction. The two that we are going to use today are 4.07 times 10 to the 5th power again, but this time we're going to subtract, and then 2.02 times 10 to the second again. So I'm showing you this way because we've already done our work up here. Because I'm using the exact same, if you can see, because I'm using the exact same numbers that are written in scientific notation, I'm not going to show you my work here because we've already done it and I don't want to have to repeat myself. However, when you are doing this in your own work, I want to see this on your paper. Okay, so remember my negative 2.02 times 10 to the second power and my 4.07 times 10 to the 5th power. All right, so now what I'm going to do, whoops, my bad, I totally wrote this wrong. You're probably like, Miss McKenna. Whoops, see how that one was written out like that, and now I'm writing it again like that. My bad, guys. All right. Now we are going to take this, and just like we did here, we're turning it back into standard form. So remember, bring your decimal point over 3 times. 4,070 times 10 to the second power minus 2.02 times 10 to the second power. Okay, 8th grade. Now we combine like terms. So my numbers that are written in standard form, see those are the same. We're going to subtract instead of add this time. You're probably thinking, yes, Miss McKenna, I see that pattern. And if you saw it, pat on the back. Like terms, 10 squared, 10 squared. All right. And now subtracting 4,070 from 2.02. You feel free to do work on the side here, but that would be 405.08 times 10 to the second power. And now if I'm turning it into my standard form, remember this is a positive exponent, so bring that over, 1, 2, 405, 0 to the 8th power. Okay guys, that's it for today. Now I want you to do a couple of the U-tries on your GDoc. If you're feeling up for a challenge, go for the challenge. And once you're done with that, you can log into Khan Academy and you can start working on your goals for this week. Hope that was helpful.